Stateless people around the world. Human beings without human rights. Stateless people is basically invisible to society, and they are being denied basic human rights. My name is Mario Solaya, and today I will present the problem with statelessness. I will provide a solution, and also I will propose an action. At the end, I will recap and answer all your questions. So let me start with my first main point, the problem with statelessness. At first, what is statelessness? Well, according to the United States Department of State, a stateless person is someone who, by national laws, does not have citizenship. And you may wonder, how is that even possible? Well, the answer is a little complicated. And this is because there are two ways to obtain citizenship when you're born. The first one is called ius sanguinis, which means that your parents transfer their citizenship to you. Now, the second one is called ius solis, and it basically means that if you were born inside the country's territory, you automatically become a citizen. So now let's imagine this. Imagine that you were born in a country that only gets citizenship through parents. But for some reason, it turns out that your parents were not born in that country, because maybe they were on vacation, on a business travel, or they just decided to immigrate to that country. Well, that's gonna make you a stateless person, because that country is not gonna give you citizenship. According to data in 2018, there are 10 to 15 million people that are not recognized as citizens by any country in the world. And according to the Global Campaign for Equal Nationality Rights, the issue with statelessness is that these people are being denied basic human rights: healthcare, education, jobs. These are basic human rights that we take for granted. Also, according to the Institute on Statelessness and Inclusion, nationality or citizenship, it's a human right, according to the Article 15 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Statelessness and gender discrimination are related, and this is because over 25 countries do not allow women to transfer their citizenship to their children. They only allow men to do it. Also, slavery is related to statelessness. And according to data in 2018, there are reports of some stateless people that are being sold as slaves to fishing boats and plantations. So this is my solution. How can we eliminate statelessness? Well, according to Staples in 2014, resettlement and international protections. Those are the key to making sure that stateless people, it's being protected. Also, according to the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, we have to focus in 4 areas of statelessness. We must work together in identification, reduction, prevention, and protection. It also says that one way to eliminate statelessness is to grant protection for all these migrants. According to the Center for Migration Studies in 2020, the stateless population in the United States, it's 218,000. They are stateless or in risk of becoming stateless. Also, according to Basinski in 2016, statelessness creates economic burden to the countries because it creates joblessness and poverty. So, objection. Statelessness doesn't affect us. It doesn't affect me. Why should I care? Well, this is totally wrong. Because human trafficking, slavery, and gender discrimination are problems that affect all of us. And if we decide to ignore statelessness, we're making these problems even bigger. And then we become part of the problem. So let's visualize together. A world without statelessness. Well, that will be an ideal world where everybody's human rights are being protected and recognized. Also, it will mean a significant reduction on slavery, human trafficking, and gender discrimination worldwide. And also, stateless people will not be invisible anymore. Now, if we decide to continue ignoring statelessness, the problem is just going to keep becoming bigger and bigger. Every 10 minutes, one child is born stateless. Today, there are 10 million people around the world. But maybe tomorrow, or in 1 year, or 5 years, there can become 50 million, 20 million. The problem is just going to keep growing exponentially. So this is the action I propose. Write to your senator and the president. And this is because they have the power to fix this issue. They had the power to propose a law, an international law at the United Nations. So we had to demand more involvement from our elected officials. These are the links to contact your senator. And also, I attached the link to contact the president. In conclusion, today I presented the problem with statelessness, how to advocate for stateless people around the world as the solution, and to demand more involvement from our elected officials as the action. So, human beings without human rights. Do you want to be part of the problem or the solution? Are you a good person or a bad person? Thank you.